Hi, my name is Pat, and this is my channel, Book Chat with Pat, and I'm glad that you're here. Today, I would like to speak with you about a very special book that was published this past fall. Out at the Plate, the Dot Wilkinson Story by Lynn Ames. I wanted to share this book with you because both the author, Lynn Ames, and the subject of the book, Dot Wilkinson, are two phenomenal women that I would like to celebrate as part of the Phenomenal Woman Readathon, created and hosted by my friend Marilyn Maya Mendoza. And I will include details about this reading event in the notes below, with a link to Marilyn's channel. Additionally, this is a perfect book for the reading event Summer of Sport, the brainchild of Mark at Book Time with Elvis, and co-hosted by a number of great people who I will also list in the notes below. Lynn Ames is the author of 16 novels, and now, with the publication of Out at the Plate, one biography. In her new book, Ames paints a powerful portrait of an era in women's sports that has almost been forgotten. She brings to life the story of Dot Wilkinson, an icon in women's sports, within the framework of their deep friendship that lasted more than a decade late in Dot Wilkinson's life. Lynn Ames and I have been friends since our days at Middlebury College, and I am so proud to bring her book to you today. Here's the her signature in the beginning of the book. I had pre-ordered this well before publication day, and I got this really cool home plate signed by Lynn to put in the front of the book. Dot Wilkinson, a two-sport Hall of Fame athlete, is generally considered to be the greatest female catcher the sport of softball has ever known. She played for the Phoenix Ramblers, an amateur softball team, from 1933 until 1965. After her retirement from softball, she then went on to have an illustrious career as a competitive bowler. Long before Title IX, federal civil rights legislation prohibiting sex-based discrimination in any school or school program receiving federal funds, Wilkinson was paving the way for female athletes. She died in March of 2023 at the age of 101, leaving a legacy of athletic achievements that few athletes, female or male, could match. Wilkinson's Phoenix Ramblers won 3 world championships while she was playing. She earned more All-American honors, a total of 19, than any player in softball history. She was inducted into the National Softball Hall of Fame in 1970 and was the first woman inducted into the Arizona Sports Hall of Fame in 1975. She was also inducted into the National Bowling Hall of Fame in 1990. Later in her life, she was the recipient of the Arizona Softball Hall of Fame Lifetime Achievement Award in 2016. She was even selected at the age of 94, along with her friend and teammate Billy Harris, to throw out the first pitch at an Arizona Diamondbacks baseball game. They were described at the game as softball royalty. Still, any list of Dot's achievements and honors barely scratches the surface in describing who this phenomenal woman was. Lynn Ames gives a poignant portrait of a woman who was determined to live life on her terms. She depicts not only Wilkinson's extraordinary athletic prowess, but also, and perhaps most importantly, the role of several important relationships in her long life. We see her relationship with Ford Hoffman, her coach and mentor, who brought her onto the Phoenix Ramblers in 1933 when she was just 11 years old. It is Ford Hoffman who, along with a few associates, created the first Phoenix area fast pitch amateur softball league. Ames also depicts Wilkinson's friendship with Billy Harris, the first African American woman to play in the amateur softball league, a friendship that would last until Wilkinson's death last year. Ames illustrates the incredible bigotry that Harris endured in areas that were still largely segregated. Perhaps most moving of all is Wilkinson's long relationship with Estelle Ricky Cato. First, a fierce and worthy opponent, eventually a teammate, and ultimately her life partner. While Wilkinson seemed to understand from a very young age that she was attracted to women, she avoided labeling her relationships, no doubt because of the times in which she lived. Lynn Ames ultimately illustrates most poignantly that the first time Wilkinson openly acknowledged her relationship with Cato was in writing her obituary, Cato's obituary, and describing herself as Ricky Cato's longtime companion. Lynn Ames first met Wilkinson 13 years ago when she interviewed her for an internet-based television show. Despite Wilkinson's initial reservations about being interviewed, the two women soon formed a very close friendship. That friendship forms the basic framework for the biography that Lynn has written. Wilkinson broke glass ceilings in women's athletics, which Lynn Ames chronicles powerfully in this book. But most moving of all is the depiction of the relationships that Wilkinson formed in her lifetime with players, coaches, and her eventual biographer, Lynn Ames. The reader is brought into Dot Wilkinson's world, which is at once exciting and deeply nurturing. As Dot Wilkinson said herself, we're just a group of friends who've become family over the years. Since its publication last fall, Out at the Plate has won several significant literary awards. It is a silver medal winner in the Independent Publishers Book Awards in the category of LGBTQ plus nonfiction narrative. Additionally, it won first place, gold medal, in the Indies Book of the Year Awards in the LGBTQ plus adult nonfiction category. I am honored to call the author, phenomenal Lynn Ames, my friend. And I am so delighted to be celebrating Lynn and Dot Wilkinson, two phenomenal women. As always, I thank you for watching. I hope that you're doing well. I'll speak with you again soon. Take care.